Be talking about these drones because I got a little bit of time before DoorDash and I got about 30 minutes before my dash starts. But I want to talk about like honestly the drone truth because there's a lot of misinformation about the drones. I'm not gonna act like an expert, but as far as this topic, since I've been living through this for 3, 4 years, I've been making observations. And hey, I'm not a scientist. I'm not a fucking intelligent person. I'm a person utilizing common sense and logic. There's gonna be some guessing here, obviously. But this guessing that you're hearing on this channel is gonna be more accurate than the general public because it's common sense. I've been living through it. I have a head start. Okay. So the drones, there's been drones flying around New York, New Jersey, and people have been noticing it. Now, I'm the first. No, I won't say that. I won't lie here on this channel about my targeting. Okay, so that was a mistake. I'm not the first person. I'm one of the first in the TI community, in the modern day TI community, outside of Stuart Pidlong, Most Targeted Citizen, that really spoke a lot about drones. He's been talking about the drones longer than me. There's been other people on YouTube. I've done the research that have been talking about the same drones I see longer than I have. So when I first started getting the drones in 2021, when I first moved to North Carolina, and I moved into a hotel and I saw like a drone in my window pointed symmetrically, perfectly, right? Um, I'll actually tell you how the drone started. So I worked at Domino's, right? Or at least when I first noticed it, and this is just my theory, but this happened based on true events. I worked at Domino's. I met this black dude, this tall black dude. He's a real cool ass dude. I'm not gonna say his name. And I started buying weed from him because I didn't know where to buy weed. So this is my first 3 weeks in North Carolina. Moved there, moved into a hotel, started doing DoorDash, and then I'm like, I need to move to an apartment, so I'm gonna deliver pizza and do DoorDash, so I have enough money to get an apartment. So I'm buying weed out back of this Domino's, and I look up in the sky and I see one of those twinkling drones. Okay, I see one of the twinkling drones, and probably gonna set it like this. I see the twinkling drone, right? And it's twinkling red, white, and blue. It's clear as day drone. It's not a star. It's just really low, red, white, and blue. So that's the first time I noticed it. Then after that, at the hotel, and I'm new to target. Actually, I wasn't even being targeted at this point. At the hotel, my crazy brain, and I thought I was fucking being crazy because I used to think of a lot of conspiracy theories. I'm not right about everything. I'm like, that star is suspiciously lined up to my window because I was at the extended stay and I'm in one building, right? There's 3 buildings at the extended stay, 2-story buildings. So I'm in one of the buildings and my window's facing, and you're looking directly at the next building, right? And there's a little crack in the sky from my window, from the, like, if you're looking at the building ends, there's a little crack, and then that drone was perfectly there. Now, at that point, and for the longest time, I'm like, these are stars, man. Like, I don't think, like, I wasn't even being targeted yet. The targeting happened in the apartment. So this was 2020 October, right? November 2020, and then my overt targeting happened in February 2021. So when it overtly happened, I would barely notice it, but again, it was far in the sky. It wasn't directly in front of my window. I was in a 7-story of a 12-story apartment building. But again, I that's the thought that it wasn't overt, it wasn't in your face, it wasn't obvious. It looked like a fucking star. Okay. So I was like 50-50 for a long fucking time. So after the targeting started, okay, and I wouldn't see that directly. It wasn't this big bright thing. I'm in the 7th story and I see it. It's perfectly at my window every night. It's high up in the sky. It's like you can't really make that call. Now I have drones that are fucking hooked up. I have 2 drones that are 24-hour surveillance drones that are hooked up to me. Like, I can fucking, if I had all the scientific empirical data and everything and it was all perfect, I could prove it, but I can't prove it. One of them, I'll show you right now. That right there. Okay, that's one of them right there. So I'm not just making shit up, man, because you can't see any stars. So this is how you tell the difference between a drone and a star for the most part. Okay, I'm not gonna pretend like it's automatic. So stars, traditionally, you're gonna be looking straight up. You're gonna be tilting your head back a little bit for a star. Okay, for a drone, that shit's like you'll be looking. Your head will be like looking straight, and then you barely have to tilt it to see the drone because there can be stars in that position of the sky. That's possible. I get it. But there's only a few quote unquote stars that point out like that they just look like they're within Earth's atmosphere. Okay. So again, I'm going to get to the truth about the drones here and what they're trying to pull off here. Okay. So we obviously have stars, right? But a lot of these stars that are really bright, that are what looks like a little bit above the horizon within Earth's atmosphere, they're absolutely fake stars. Like they're surveillance devices. I don't know, I don't want to call them drones. They could be balloons. And they are there 24 hours a day. And I've seen them turn their lights off. Like it'll be 6 o'clock in the morning. It'll be bright. Sometimes 6 o'clock in the morning, it's like really sunny. And they'll be on while it's sunny. And I've seen them actually turn their fucking lights off. So I'm going to explain everything, how this shit works. Okay. And I'm not perfect, but I know more than the general public. Okay. So if you're not a TI, this might help you. So those are my drones. Those are what I get. They appear stationary. Okay. They mirror your speed. I believe they move at a radial axis. So radial is a half circle. So instead of going doop, 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 it's going to go back and then come around like that as you move. So instead of going like I'm moving left, it's not going doop and then I move right, doop. What it's doing, it's using, because the Earth is around, spheroid planet. It's moving. This is my opinion. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I could look up the scientific shit. I'm just guessing. So instead of going doop doop, it's going back, coming around. Do you see how that doesn't seem like it's moving? If you were moving, it's going back. That's a radial, half of a circle, and coming around, and then repositioning itself. So it could be spy balloons. It could be something that we don't even know. I call them drones. That's what I call them. So when this was the confusion that came with Nerve Girl and everything. People, and I kind of thought it, but I was like, that doesn't make sense. Where someone's launching a drone from the ground every day and just following you every day. And there's a dedicated drone pilot and he's busting his ass doing all these controls. I noticed by how sneakily it moves, the drone, that it's not that. It's absolutely the military. It's absolutely the government. These are things that can stay in the air because I looked it up. Drones can stay up in the air for months if they're military drones. A regular drone is about 1 to 2 hours, 3 hours flight time. And no matter, even a $10,000, $20,000 one can only fly for a certain amount of time. So if it was a drone pilot, they would have to land the drone every night, put a battery in the drone, send it back up, land it, send it. That doesn't make sense. Okay, so that's where people were arguing with me, and I was wrong about that. And that's what's going on now with what's going to what you guys are seeing, what the general public is seeing is people flying drones around. Some of them are planes, though. Some of them are planes. They're flying them. They're just flying them. They're blinking. They're flying them. They're going like this. They're going over people's houses. That's not the same shit I was getting. So I was wrong about that shit. Now, my drone is a fake star, highly advanced craft. And how do I know this? Is because if you have a binocular and you look through the binocular, behind the bright light, and the bright light is there for a reason because they could not have a bright light on these drones. Behind the bright fog light are red and blue aviation lights. So I looked that up, and it's a requirement by the FAA. So whoever's flying the drones that have been spying on us this whole time are authorized by the FAA. So they have to be a government or military entity or really super powerful private contractor group. Okay? So someone like, and I'm not saying I know, like Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, and they will have a contract for the government to surveil entire cities, states, populations, movements, and they sell the data. That's more than likely happening. So from my understanding, and I could be right or wrong about this, I thought I had dedicated government drone pilots that were simply there to watch all my movements because I'll be more cost effective than like planes and sending boots on the ground. I mean, I'm hooked to a drone, so you can see me at all times, right? So that way, if I leave the house, it's easy to break in, do a break in, a gang stalking thing, do this, do that. Oh, he's asleep. The drone's on him. Uh, we have his heat sick. There's so many things you can do in gang stalking if you have a drone. Hold on a second, guys. I'll be right back. Hopefully this isn't I think I actually no. I was gonna leave the live stream, but I'm not gonna leave right now. But I will be leaving at 6 o'clock, 6:05, in about 20 minutes because I have to do some door dashes and shit like that. So the stuff you guys are seeing is part of some type of psyop. It has to be. Now they are, and I'm gonna tell you what they're doing. And just excuse me for a second, guys. I'm trying to smoke. Smoking THCA legal and lawful marijuana, so I don't get accused of fucking anything here. So these drones are meant to cause panic and fear. That's the main reason for those drones. Now there's theories. We're talking about the New Jersey, the New York drones, right? There's theories on why they're doing it. They're saying there's people saying that it's the government and that they're looking for nuclear radiation. That's why they would fly it like that. And I want to tell you something because I've seen some shit in the sky, and I don't want to go into the whole story. I want to keep this drone related. I've seen crazy things in the sky, but on a drone note, I've filmed this on my Conspiracy Underground channel, where there's 3 red dots, and these aren't drone like regular traditional drones. They're 3 red dots. They're all blinking in a pattern, and they're moving in a grid style. And they were just surveying North Carolina. It had nothing to do with my target. I just happened to catch it in Apex, North Carolina, when I was in the hotel between apartments during my targeting in 2022. So the way they were moving is they're moving equal distance from each other in a triangle, and it was 3 red dots, and they weren't planes, and they weren't blinking, and they look like people would in the back in the day say like alien type shit because they didn't have the lights. Because I don't know everything, but I know helicopter, plane, drone, the different lights and things like that, right? And they were just doing an absolute grid sweep, fucking advanced, like these were fucking military drones basically, and they were doing a project. Like it was just, you can just tell. So that's different from what we're seeing in New Jersey. I haven't seen a lot of the videos of it. I've seen a couple of videos of the New Jersey drones. The way that it's being flown is to cause a public panic, is for people to see it. And again, I'm trying to stick to the facts on this broadcast and on my channel as much as I can. But there are things about me being special, me changing the world that happen before your eyes, and I never get credit for. So one of the things being is like, I wanted people to fucking stop ignoring the shit in the sky and stop calling people crazy that talk about drones. And I said that drones are gonna you heard me say this in advance. Now, there are, I believe, people that write scripts for reality that are, even though Trump is president, and maybe Trump is a good guy. Like I'm starting to think maybe he's part of the team good guy, secretly somehow. I'll look at every possibility. Even with him in power, and the reason why I kind of like Trump now is he's listening to me. Basically, he watches my videos, or someone he knows watches my fucking videos. I know for a fact Alex Jones watches my videos, dude. Like almost to the point of like a fucking person in their bed under the sheets watching on their phone every night type shit is how he portrays it. Like he'll just talk about shit I talk about. And this isn't common, people. Like there's only a specific niche of things I talk about and innovative ideas I talk about. So there are such things as coincidences and things like that. But anyways, long story short, the people writing the script for reality that's been writing the script for the whole time, that did 9/11, did Sandy blank and did this and did that, and they plan things like these. They're like the shadow government. I believe the shadow government is doing this because there's going to be a psyop in the future. It's pretty fucking simple. They're doing that as a psyop for the future. They want to take away privacy rights. The way Trump is moving, he's talking about like shooting down the drones, and he's talking like, he wants to punish the drone pilots, and that's literally my rhetoric. Like I talked about how I want to torture drone pilots in a fucking basement, like my name is Jeffrey Dahmer, and because of all the fucking pain and suffering I went through. You know what I'm saying? Like if someone came up to me and said, "Hi, I'm a drone pilot," like I might do something that I can't say on YouTube because there's just a level that people can take. People can talk shit. We live in a world where bullies try to abuse people, and then as soon as something happens to the bully, they try to make up a rule where it's like, that can't happen. That's not allowed to happen. But that's just human nature. It's just animal nature. It's when you push someone and push them for a long period of time, it's best to just stop pushing someone. You get away with pushing them, like just leave them alone after a while. Because if you keep doing it, you're just opening up a gateway where a possibility where that person will do something to get you back. And it's just not recommended, even if you're fighting someone weaker than you or whatever. Like, I'll use myself an example, like me picking on some skinny computer nerd guy. Oh, well, I can beat him up. I can embarrass him. I can do this, and I can continuously do it. But in the background, he could hack me. He could fucking get me in trouble, just because I kept pushing him and pushing him and pushing him and pushing him and pushing him. You know what I'm saying? That's something that, I don't know, Americans need to learn. It's, you don't just get to push people around forever. It's that fucking simple. So we all make mistakes. We're all assholes here and there. But I don't care how tough you are. When you fucking focus your life force on just one person, one group, and hating that person and just trying to destroy them, it's almost automatic that something bad is going to happen to you down the line, whether it's the person doing it or not. So what these people are doing with the drones is they're causing a panic. Everyone believes in drones now. I kind of find that like odd that, people like me, we get shitted on for talking about drones. And think of this. I want you to think of this logic, right? I'm not claiming to be a scientific expert or anything, right? But I've proven everything I've talked about. I've at least proven it somewhat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sitting here blowing smoke up your ass. So you would think the general public would be interested and be like, oh shit, he's the guy that's being followed by drones 24 hours a day, provably. Maybe we should, like, if we're upset about drones, maybe we should include him in the conversation because it affects him the fucking most. He's not seeing it fly over his house. Like, I could give a fuck less if a drone flew over my fucking house. Like, I'm literally locked in with no explanation. There's no reference of information why someone would be drone stalked for 4 fucking years straight. And I ain't the only one. A lot of you TIs are stupid. Like people like Abe. If Abe is a real TI, like you're being stalked by a fucking drone. Look in the fucking sky, you fucking dumb retard. Why do you have to fucking deny? And it's not just Abe. There's other people. People like King, whatever. Just name any TI that doesn't talk about drones. Dude, you get the drones. You just fucking are too stupid to look in the fucking sky, and you're too dumb to be observant enough to know, wow, that doesn't belong. Wow, that's following me everywhere. Wow, let me get a pair of binoculars and look at this fucking weird bright light in the sky that's everywhere I go for years. Like, come on, man. Like, seriously? Like, I've seen it and this is another thing. So my drone is different from the drones in New Jersey, and it's it's almost the advanced. It's not alien technology, but it's like the level of planning is like alien level of planning. Because listen, hear me out. I'm not coming on here saying I'm the only TI being followed by drones, because the idiots that don't say that, I put on a Young Steel video, a Food Vibe Nature's video, Food Vibe Nature's Herbs, and he's in Ghana. He moved to Africa for whatever, for vacation or temp, whatever. He left America, he's claiming to be Target, and then he went to Africa. He's spitting a freestyle, and right in the freestyle, and his fucking low quality because of the internet over there, like the video is low quality, right? I see a bright fucking drone Same drone that follows me all the way in fucking Africa, where there's limited U.S. military bases. Okay. There's limited U.S. military resources. Like, even if they do have the resources, they're not gonna fly a drone for Young Steel because he went to Ghana. You know what I'm saying? That's just a waste of fucking money and time. That's expensive. Like, there is such thing as like budgeting and things, right? I've seen it in King Mansa's fucking videos before. I've seen the same fake star drone. So what does that tell you? He's in New York. One person's in Ghana. Another person's in Pennsylvania / North Carolina. So that doesn't mean there's a drone pilot in each city. That's what I thought in the beginning. It means that it means that these things are damn near probably in space, like really high in the atmosphere, right? It means that it can be deployed at any time, anywhere, to anybody. Like, this is NORAD type shit. This is like Space Command, NASA type shit, military level technology that's being used against citizens. Okay, so the drones that are being flown in New Jersey, you're looking in the sky like drones, right? Those motherfuckers are it's a distraction, because even if it was a foreign adversary, they'd be more sneaky. Now, if it's a foreign adversary, it's to undermine us and to make us look fucking foolish so another country can just come in and invade us. But it's not. It's obvious. It's they're being flown over military bases and they're being ordered not to be shot down. They'd be shot down if it was a foreign adversary. These people have clearance. They have clearance to do this shit. So I was wrong. I'll go over what I was wrong about, and I'll do a whole broadcast on what I was wrong about in my targeting, because that's important. I thought I was the special TI out of the whole city, which I still somewhat am, that was being surveilled by a drone pilot, maybe from the police or the FBI, that's launching a drone every fucking day to follow me, and they're paying a guy. Those guys get paid hundreds of thousands a year, whatever, $1,000 a day, and then wasting equipment and all that shit. And just because what I heard online, that I'm a fucking I'm on a terror watch list, like Lorraine Alternative Homesteading, but I'm gonna give you the lowdown on the drone downs. Okay, here's the thing: these drones, I believe they lock in. I believe there's hundreds, if not thousands, of these fake star drones, and they can lock in on any target in the country. I believe they obviously surveil on people, spy on them, zoom in on them with their cameras, lock in on their location, database their movements, longitude, latitude. It all goes on like spreadsheets, like, oh, at 10 o'clock a.m., he was at longitude 39.67, latitude 47, Then he moved there. Now, these stars are also creating a fucking simulation of the streets that they're looking at, and they can run like simulations of like what happened or something. I don't know. Like, I'm just going over like a couple of theories about this. I'm not saying I know for sure, but I'm just, based on how advanced technology is, what these people like to do and who's in charge of the technology, which is pretty much, you can call this the deep state, the shadow government, the people that are like, that doesn't mean the bad guys, but they're black budget, classified, need to know basis. Even police, army people don't know about half this shit, okay? Because there's certain things the public can't know because it causes a panic. So they map everything out. Everything's mapped out. If someone murdered someone, they know about it, okay? If someone got murdered, they know the car. They saw the car. They have everything DVR'd and saved. And that's what all these data centers in Utah are about, is they can go back. Oh, in April of 2007, with our satellite map, we can zoom in on each single target in the area. We have 1,000 targets, and we know, oh, at 10 a.m. here's him at the Dollar General. At 11, he was at Acme, and it's zoomed in. They have the photos and everything. Okay, this is my theory. I don't know, but I'm saying, if you can't act like smart people aren't smart because it doesn't benefit your ego. You have to think outside the box, and that's how you solve issues that arises from evil. Is not being an average sheep and then thinking that a scientist, genius level people are just like you. Like, so, man, they're fucking the numbers. 1 second's 5 people, then it's 23. Like, so, and I'm about to wrap this up in about 10 minutes, so people are gonna leave anyways. That's what the drone flying in New Jersey is all about, New York. They want you talking how I'm talking. They want you to spill the beans on all the information you know on the drones. As a general public, this is what the military is doing. It's like, what do they know? Because we got Matrix Decoded talking about fake stars. I mean, that's really advanced shit that we can't let the public know about at all. Like, we can't let them know about at all. So if that dumb fucking nigger can do it, what if our other people can do it? Like, what can other people do, right? They might do, because everyone thinks I'm stupid because I'm black. That's just how the world works. Like, oh, his skin's black, so he must be dumb, or his skin's light skin, he must be weak, or like that's how people fucking think. So if I'm the dumb black guy and I know that there's fake stars and I'm observant enough to know that, and I'm putting out these videos and there's more and more people talking about this as well, they're not as, there's other people talking about this that are smarter than me, more educated, better off in life, more established, but they're not putting out comedy content. They're not putting out eye candy content that could maybe one day get a decent following. They're they're flicking on the camera like, oh, I'm Jim. I've been noticing this light in my backyard. And it's like some 5-year-old video that's never going to get views. I'm in the limelight when it comes to people like that. I'm not famous or anything like that, but that YouTube content creator versus me, I'm more in the limelight. So if I'm like let's say I'm just being hypothetical. I'm not popular, but let's say I was for some reason, right? On YouTube. And then I'm just a popular, comedian type YouTuber, conspiracy YouTuber. And then I'm actually cracking the code. Well, they're like, well, if this dumb guy can do it, then other people we have to know what everyone else knows. Because there's probably one guy out there, there's probably some white guy, some smart ass fucking white guy. And he's going to be like, well, this is exactly what's going on. I figured it out. Like, I went to college and I went to school for aviation and I work with drones. And so that's why they're flying the drones, to cause a panic. It's obviously to cause a panic. And it opens up a gateway. Oh, well, now we can do a false flag. Now, since the public's ready for it, we can do this. And I want to tell you something else. So I'm giving out drone secrets. This part, everything I've said is pretty accurate. Okay. Like I probably made a couple mistakes here and there. Pretty damn accurate for someone that, just a regular person. But this part here is completely fucking theory. Okay. It's not to go with the first part. Okay. So I don't want you to hear this and be like, because this is what fucking white people do, is like, you say everything perfect, but you say that one little thing, that one little mistake, and it erases everything you ever done. I don't give a fuck if you're a firefighter, you saved 20 babies from a burning building. If you made that one vocabulary mistake, that one misstep where you weren't Mr. Perfect scientist professor, everything gets thrown out. So I want to go over that. So as a disclaimer, this part I'm talking about, I have no proof. There's no way I can research it. It's gut feeling. And that's it. The drone, there's the moon, right? We have the moon. Now, next to the moon, you'll see what appears to be Jupiter, what people like to call Jupiter. But if you put it under any magnification like I do, you see a red and blue aviation light behind it. Okay. Now, maybe these aren't drones. Maybe these are some advanced George Jetson aviation spacecraft hybrid that's just completely not released to the fucking public. That fucking, and I'm being hypothetical here. This is from my observation. Obviously, in a real world, I'm completely wrong. I'm not negating science here. That fucking fake Venus star that's next to the moon is doing a holographic projection of the moon. I can never fucking prove it. All right. I'll never be able to prove it. Now, what I will correlate, and I'm not saying this is true because of the information, this is true information, that China has launched a fake moon. Okay, that's real. That's not me making shit up. They've launched a fake moon that's supposed to act like a satellite. Now, there's been some suspicious, and then you see like the Truman Show where the guys are on the moon, the fake moon. There are some suspicious circumstances where I'll see the moon up until like 3 p.m. in the daytime. I know you've seen it too. Now, I don't know about the globe Earth. Okay, I'm completely oblivious to how globe Earth or flat Earth or any of that shit works. I need to research that. Self-admittedly, I'm an idiot when it comes to that. The least topic I know about. But if the sun's out, let's say you live in the East Coast of the United States, and the opposite end of the world is China, right? We're just being hypothetical. The sun's out and it's 2 p.m. and the moon's out in the daytime, full moon in the daytime. So what the fuck is going on in China? Do they not see a moon? Do they still see the moon? Like, I don't get how that works. This is where I become stupid, and, I'm not going to pretend to be an expert. I'm pretty humble about that shit, but I wish someone could explain that to me. If I can see the moon in the daytime on the East Coast, on the opposite end of the earth or whatever end of the earth, do they also see the moon in the nighttime? Because if the earth is a sphere and I'm on the East Coast and I'm facing whatever, the sun, and it's rotating and the moon's in front of me on the opposite end of the earth, they obviously have a moon, but that's just a weird phenomenon in my eyes. I don't understand it. So, but that's not to take away. Now, China has launched a fake moon and a fake sun. I don't know at what scale, if it's in space, like how it would work, if it's in orbit within Earth's atmosphere. I don't understand the science behind it, but they did it. There's articles on it. So these drones, these fake there's two drones, the ones you see in New York and the fake one, the fake stars. I think they're two different devices here. I think with Project Bluebeam, these fake star drones have the ability to project holograms. Okay? My opinion. That's all I'm fucking saying. Okay? I can't, I don't like talking about sci-fi shit. Again, I'll put that disclaimer out because I'm not going to pretend I know anything I'm talking about when it comes to science. I haven't studied it. I don't pretend to be a scientist because of my skin color, right? I don't pretend to be LeBron James because we share the same skin color. Like, I have to put in the work and understand things. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, if you're to look in the sky, anything that you see is bright. Go look outside right now. Anything you see that is bright, get a binocular. You'll have to kind of squint a little bit because that light is bright, that fog light. Behind it is a red and blue aviation light, and that's a requirement so jets don't fucking hit it, because these are stationary devices in the sky. Stationary aviation surveillance nodes in the sky. Okay? So, more than likely, we're looking at technology, cost effectiveness, it would be more than likely surveillance balloons that's the best case scenario for keeping something in the sky. You're gonna have a surveillance balloon with a fog light on it that turns off, that's sun powered. Like, when the sun comes out and it's bright enough, it just automatically turns off by itself. And it's in that, just imagine like an air balloon that can move left and right. I don't know what technology, what propulsion technology would they use to do that? Like, there's fucking really smart scientists. You can't really find information on surveillance balloons, right? But that would make the most logical fucking sense of what these things are, because the way they move, okay, like with a drone, you're going to need some type of fuel source, and you're going to need to, it's going to have to come down pretty often, okay? They say they have drones that can stay up for months, but I don't know about staying straight up in the air. I don't know. I'm not gonna act like I fucking know. That would be some really advanced technology if they can just stay up. They probably, I mean, if you look at the event, we were like 20, 30 years behind the real advanced technology. They probably can stay up for like fucking ever. Okay, the way they're engineered, they probably can just fly around and stay up forever. But they don't want the public to know that because it doesn't benefit whatever agenda they have. If the public knows that, now every murder should be solved. You see how it adds up to the police? Oh, you got these things in the sky, so you should solve the murder. My wife's dead. Fucking tell me who killed her. Who killed her? You know what I'm saying? You see it? It's easier to avoid that shit. And that's a whole talk. You know, I talk about a certain group of people that act like everyone else is stupid and then gaslights you and fucking does a bunch of sneaky shit. But it upsets people, so I can't bring it up. But this is the reason why I bring it up. It's like, bro, we could be using this technology to feed the poor. We could be using this technology to have unlimited energy and all types of shit. And like fucking there's so much benefit solving murders, solving every murder. If people knew that there's fucking shit in the sky that sees everything, people would stop killing people. A large percent of them would be like, listen, dude, you're gonna go to fucking prison. Like, just don't do it. We're gonna have your car. We're gonna have everything, dude. Just stop. It's DVR'd. You see how that works? But that group of people that has all the intelligence and knowledge and technology, they think everyone's stupid. So it's easier just to be like, that's not happening. You're crazy. You're crazy. No. So I call them Chicken Little. I call them fucking little rodents. Like, that mentality just pisses me the fuck off, dude. Like, do you think if I had this advanced technology, I'd be withholding it from you people? Like, just be honest with yourself right now. Like, what benefit would I have by that? Like, what benefit would I fucking have by withholding shit? See, this is why people are targeted like me. This is why I have to be silenced. Because everything I say makes sense. If I'm just a logical fucking black person, I'm supposed to be some fucking wild unicorn. You know, I approach problems with common sense and logic, and I'm able to problem solve basic shit. And I'm like this big fucking existential threat that needs to be shut down. Instead of just letting me live my life and not following me with drones, not fucking with me, and your life would be improved. Your life would be improved. But you have to cut that gap, that little gap of happiness that I can achieve with, you know, financial success or like getting what I deserve. That has to be cut off at the fucking legs, because I could figure out how the drones work. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, just little shit like that. I can figure out all of your sneaky little plans just by seeing and observing. I can figure it out. So I have to be distracted. I have to be attacked, and I have to be surveilled by drones instead of doing the fucking right thing. And that's why I call people like that fucking rodents. Because I don't know anybody that would have all this technology, all this knowledge, and will be in all of this trouble that we're in right now. If you put me in fucking charge, you know, I'm going to fuck up, because that's just anyone's going to fuck up. But I'm going to improve your fucking life. That's a fact. I'm not going to be a narcissistic egomaniac in a small business suit. I'll be fucking, all right, these drones on the sky. All right, well, stop fucking around and you solve fucking murders. That's fucking period, or you're going to fucking prison. All right, we got cryptocurrency. We got all this technology. All right, let's cut this debt down. $30 trillion debt. We'll cut it down using cryptocurrency and AI and technology in fucking no time and get our country on the right path. You don't want that shit. You want to follow a black guy with the fucking drone so you can feel powerful. This is where all this psychotic mimicry that I do, like this psychotic behavior that I exhibit of me mimicking a fucking tiny dick little weasel. Like, yeah, there's good people on all sides here, but like, come on, dude, I'm telling the fucking truth, man. I'm a dumbass black guy, and I'd be kicking your ass if I was in charge. Everyone's life would be better, and you fucking know it. So you're not smart at all. You're not intelligent at all. You're a lying sack of fucking shit. That's why you that's why you lie about the fucking drones. Oh, they might be small aircraft and this and that. Like, dog, like the solution to that is nothing to do with race. You need to punch those people in the fucking mouth, dog. When people gaslight and lie to you and they won't let you live in a reality where Your observations are correct. They're trying to control your reality. They're trying to constrict your reality and fucking control you because they're fucking weak and pathetic. And that's the only thing they can fucking do. They can't do anything productive that could help humanity. It's all me, 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 me. That is not intelligence, bro. I don't believe that you guys came out with this technology. I believe aliens gave you a lot of this fucking technology, and there's a fucking few smart of you guys running around here. Like, that's what my opinion. That's what I observed. Maybe it was different when I wasn't born, but that's what I fucking observed, dude. Like, no, you're not smart enough to have this advance because the way you utilize it is like a fucking monkey, like a caveman. We have all these surveillance. Stop being greedy and stop trying to make everyone feel small. Let there be opportunity for growth for anybody. Your life will improve if you're a real man. If you're a fucking coward and you just want to live and drive a Subaru and you want everyone else to say, well, if he has a Subaru too, my Subaru's worth less. Oh, no way. You ain't seeing drones. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. That is not intelligence. That's evil. But yeah, I'm wrapping this shit up. I was right, okay? I wasn't perfect, but I was fucking right. The person that was lying was Nerve Gorilla. He was wrong. That's why he argued with me for 4 years. When I sat there, I proved it. It's a clear statement. It's not an argument. I show you the proof. It's a couple paragraphs, a couple sentences, and that's it, dog. Anyone that's going to argue with you for 5 years about drones is brick retarded, okay? Point blank, period, bro. But whatever. I was right, but I'm not allowed to be right, okay? That's, that doesn't benefit you. That's not good for you if we live in reality. Truth is only what you say it is. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. And get my fucking likes up, you pieces of shit. Fuck you, faggots. You YouTube subscribers. You're gonna watch all this garbage content and you're not gonna fucking throw some likes? You like the fucking video, dog. King Mansa gets 40 likes on his videos. I shouldn't even be fucking asking for this fucking shit. I'm not working hard. I'm better than you. I'm not sitting here. You act like, yeah, take that like away, faggot. You're a loser. Fuck you. Someone put a like and then took it away, dog. It's an agenda. I'm not working hard making these videos, dude. They're good videos. This is stuff I do as a hobby, like when I have like a little bit of time between deliveries, dude. And it shits on these people talk in circles and they get 40 likes. It's a cult. You're a fucking cult, dude. You're a cult of fucking loser, pat on the back idiots. You're just like the fucking rodents, dude. That's rodent like rat pack behavior, dog. Take that like. I don't even want your like. Fuck your like, dude. My numbers are proven. You steal views from me. You're pathetic losers, bro. Like, sorry. Like, I don't give a fuck how much of a loser I am. I must not be much of a loser if you focus all your fucking time and energy on me, dude. It's proven that you guys spy on me, steal my fucking ideas. And I'm talking about the general public. You steal all my fucking ideas. You try to steal my fucking essence. You're gonna pay for that shit, dude. I'm not your fucking slave. Yes, I wrote fucking rap music in 2009 for famous rappers, dog, when you were spying on me then, too. Yes, I can do it again. Yes, because I'm fucking better than you. That's what happens when someone's better than you. They effortlessly do things, and they're good at it. And when someone's not better, they just ignore everything good in life, and it's just, only if I do it's good. You notice I don't talk and brag and ask for likes and subscribers on here? I'm the least person to do that. As for donations, even though I'm going through, I don't want to speak for everybody, but for the fakes and the fucking bluffers out there, my target is way fucking harder than your target. Provable. And I went out my way to prove it too. Show facts. So I've never asked for a fucking donation, dude, and like you can't even, you purposely, it's not even that you don't like the content. It's one thing if you don't like it, that's fine. You don't have to fucking hit the like. I never asked for it. But if you actually like the content, don't fucking ignore it and then go to King Mansa. Well, I'm in a cult to give King Mansa likes because he's King Mansa. He's like the white guy, but in a black skin, where he gets everything donated to him. And it's all his, and he gets all the accolades, even though he's fucking bullshitting me for 4 years and led me on a fucking path and talking circle. Gang stalking Dr. Facto, same thing. I mean, just can't come out with new content, but still gets more and more likes. It's a loser cult. I don't want your like, dude. You're fucking lame. I know my content's good. I do this shit for myself. And that's how entertaining. I don't even watch gay ass Netflix like you fucking dumb crackers with your mouths open, fucking watching stupid shows on Netflix and documentaries. Like, bro, that's just loser shit. It's boring. It's like sitting in a fucking like Netflix is literally old, boring crap, dude. Stupid. I can't even keep my attention. That's how good my content is, dude. I don't even like my own shit. I'm better than Saturday Night Live, and I'm better than fucking Netflix, dude. I'm barely fucking trying. Imagine if I was trying to do good quality documentaries and shit, dude. I'm barely trying. Throwing videos up every fucking day, dude. It's not about liking my content. I know you like it. You guys show up more and more. I get more and more views, more and more subscribers. But if I'm not in the cult of the Eliu Helms and the King Mansas, I don't get the 30, 40 fucking likes. It's an agreement. They have secret agreements. That's what's pissing me off. Because they know that these people are inferior to good YouTubers. So they have a secret agreement with their subscribers. You have to like my content. You don't have to like my content. I'll fucking buy likes. I have to get out of here, man. I got some door dashing to do.